Yo guys, Pat Chadwick here, back again with another calisthenics video, and today I'm just going to talk about what's been going through my mind recently. So I went on a run, and during that run something just came up to my mind, which was why you should focus on bodyweight calisthenics rather than weighted calisthenics. Now this is my theory and it's based on my personal experience, so just hear me out, okay? So when I'm training calisthenics, I think it's more beneficial for you to train body weight rather than weighted. Why? Because when you train body weight, right, particularly if you're doing high reps, it will create more endurance and strength. Whereas if you're just training weighted calisthenics, you're only gonna gain strength and not endurance, okay? So body weight will give you 2, whereas weighted will give you 1, if that makes sense. So when I was 16, all the way to about 16 to 18, okay? I was just doing only body weight training, high reps. So I mean, one set would be 20 pull-ups, 20 dips, 20 push-ups. I'll do that for 5 sets, okay? With 2 minutes rest in between sets. And you know, it turns out from doing that constantly, back to back, week in after week out, I was able to do 50 kg pulls and like 60 kg weighted dips maybe back then. And that's just from doing body weight training, only body weight training. And then I realized, there's these guys who want to get better at weighted calisthenics who are beginners, and they're just so focused on weighted calisthenics and not body weight training. And I've gotten quite a few DMs just asking, oh, hey Pat bro, I'm a beginner. I can do 1 rep of weighted 20 kg pull-ups, for example. I want to get better at it. I tell them, do body weight first, get really comfortable, aim to be able to do, I don't know, maybe 15 reps of pull-ups, push-ups, dips for 5 sets before you actually move on to weighted, because you know, you need to condition your body, your ligaments, your tendon, your muscles to be worthy of doing weighted pull-ups. And of course, this is not the answer that most of you guys would probably want to hear, but yeah, for me, if you want to get better at weighted calisthenics, get better at doing your own body weight calisthenics first. So your pull-ups, your push-up, your dips, you know, the threshold for me to be worthy of doing weighted calisthenics is really being able to do 20 pull-ups, 20 dips, 20 push-ups, back-to-backs, so there will be a tri-set for 4 sets, unbroken. Once you can do that, man, your weighted calisthenics will become so easy and you can just scale it up. And also, another point is that you are less likely to be injured if you were able to meet these threshold requirements, right? Because I know I've trained with many friends who are okay with body weight numbers, you know, but they've jumped onto doing weighted calisthenics too fast. You know, dipping heavy, 100 kg, pulling heavy, 50 kg, and then they ended up getting injured, you know, tricep injury, pec tears, you name it. Now, my theory is that they have not conditioned their body enough from body weight reps for them to be able to, you know, jump onto weighted reps. I mean, it really all depends on what goals you have. You know, some people want to be pulling and dipping heavy numbers, but I'd say if you want just to get better at calisthenics, have a better understanding of your own body and look good, feel good, then bodyweight calisthenics is the one, okay? Stick onto that for about a couple of years, and I promise you, just be patient and then start doing weighted calisthenics. And you know, when they say master the basics first before actually jumping onto bigger things, this is it. Just practice body weight, get really, really strong, and then you can tap into weighted calisthenics and see how it goes. If you were not to follow my advice, training weighted calisthenics once a week, if you're a beginner, it's fine. You know, but don't go too heavy. Just try to make it more of an endurance rather than strength. Like, oh, I want to be dipping heavy, I want to be pulling heavy, you know? Because I understand that endurance can actually be very boring. You know, you just feel like shit. You feel like, oh, I'm gonna throw up after long endurance reps, compared to, you know, when you're doing weighted calisthenics, you're only doing what, 5 or 6 reps max, and you're going heavy. So I can understand why many would prefer it, because, you know, it's quicker, it makes you just look more cooler. But yeah, stick to body weight and give your body enough time for it to develop, and then your weighted pull-up and dips and push-ups journey will become so easy, right? And to support my theory of why you would gain strength and endurance from doing only body weight in comparison to doing weighted calisthenics is because when you train endurance, right, there are more time and attention on your muscles. And you know what more time and attention means? It means hypertrophy, strength gain, more endurance, which all these 3 points go hand in hand, and it would create strength. You would literally tire your muscles out by working them to bits, man, like almost feeling numb. Whereas if you're doing weighted calisthenics, let's say your max is 1 rep max for pull-up is 50 kg, and you decide to do maybe 1 rep of that. You're just doing strength, you're resting, come back. You're not like overly out of breath in comparison to doing endurance. So that's my take on it, guys. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Yeah, just let me know in the comments what do you think, whether you agree or disagree. I'd love to have a debate on it. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video.